If you have time to watch only one film until the end of this year, it has to be this one. Despite being around for nearly 40 years, it recently came to my attention that no one born after 1995 has actually seen this film. How did I come to this conclusion? Well, for Halloween this year, I dressed as its main iconic character, and I thought I absolutely nailed it. Yet, in a party of 100 people, not one person knew who the hell I was. I felt like a fool. No one should experience what I went through. So in this video, I'll let you know why you have to watch Back to the Future. And if you have seen it, just watch it again. Without spoiling too much, this is the time travel film. All time travel films circle back to this one masterpiece. All this story entails is a young Marty McFly accidentally going back in time to try and make his parents fall in love to prevent himself from not existing after messing up the timeline. Despite the simple story, the film still manages to be exciting to the very last moment. The characters are all iconic and fully fleshed out, with clear personal motivations, quirks and setbacks. This is greatly enhanced by how good the acting actually is. I watched it again last night, and it does feel like you are watching genuine people from 1955 in their day-to-day lives. Unlike in modern films, you do get truly immersed in the film and its universe, and the nearly 2-hour runtime flies by. I guarantee you won't feel the need to go on TikTok once whilst watching it. And if you do have to scroll on social media because you ruined your attention span, the plot is so simple you can follow it easily, even if you are distracted. As there's only 2 plots, him fixing his parents and him going back to the present day, and these constantly overlap. Not only is this film exciting, it's actually still funny. Not only does it have decent jokes, it's great with that classical physical humour that Home Alone is famous for. In addition to this, there's a few running gags which were clearly created with a lot of thought and clear intent, which makes them work so well. If you pay attention, it's easy to see the consistent setups and payoffs that make this film even more satisfying to watch over and over again. For example, the clear parallels between the main character and his parents when they were his age. I'm someone who is very picky about films not making logical sense. Yet, I cannot argue with the logic of this film. Everything that happens does have logical reasoning as to how and why it's happening, no matter how scientifically inaccurate. That's why most future time travel stories base the consequences of time travel on how it worked in this film. Yes, there are a few paradoxes here and there, but they are not integral to the story and they feel more like Easter eggs. If you are appreciating this video so far, do leave me a like please. Or let me know in the comments what I could do better. I'd very much appreciate it. There's so much good about this film, but I feel like I do have to mention the few things that could hurt the enjoyment of a modern viewer. This film's plotline would probably not be made today. One massive part of it very much is straight up essay. There's also hints of racism and sexism, as obviously beliefs were different nearly 50 years ago. Personally though, I don't think the majority of people will be impacted by these. It just has some Grandad at Thanksgiving sort of vibes, you know? Obviously, due to its age, the CGI is also not amazing, but to be fair to the film, they don't use it a lot. They did mainly use practical effects, and the film is much more focused on the quality of the story rather than looking exciting, which I wish modern films would really learn is the priority at the end of the day. It's just such a fun family film, and I also forgot to mention the best part. If you like this film, there's 2 more films exactly like it, making it the second best movie trilogy of all time, right after The Lord of the Rings. Feel free to argue with me about that in the comments, and after you are done, go watch this film.